You know that feeling, right? The one where your body is just screaming, I'm done. No more. But what if that's not the real wall? What if that's just a suggestion? This idea, it tells us our real power isn't in our muscles, it's in the one thing that can tell our body to keep going, our mind.
So today, we're diving deep into the mindset of can't hurt me. And look, this isn't just some fluffy motivation talk. No, this is a battle plan. It's a blueprint for building a mind that's so tough, so calloused, that you can finally smash through all those limits you thought you had. It's about becoming, well, unbreakable. Just think about that for a second. What if your biggest enemy was actually your greatest ally? What if pain, the thing we all run from, was the very fuel you needed to grow? I mean, really, if you could master that, what in the world could ever stop you? All right, so part 1, facing the truth. Look, any real change, it starts with something incredibly hard. It starts with being brutally honest with yourself. I mean, no sugarcoating. You've got to look in the mirror and see exactly where you are right now before you can even think about getting where you want to go. So let me ask you this. What is the absolute hardest thing for a person to do? It sounds simple, but the answer is everything. I mean, we can lie to our friends, our family, the whole world. We can slap a smile on for a photo, but what's that one thing most of us just can't bring ourselves to do? It's this: speaking the truth to yourself. Just looking yourself dead in the eye and dropping all the excuses, all the stories you tell yourself. It's about finally admitting, yeah, life beat me up a bit. And instead of running from those wounds, you actually look at them. Because you can't fix what you refuse to look at. And we've all got these two people living inside our heads, right? There's the excuse maker, who's always got a reason why something's not our fault. I didn't have time, it wasn't fair. Then there's the action taker. This voice just says, okay, that happened. Now what am I going to do about it? Every single day, with every choice, you're feeding one and starving the other. And that really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? If you're running from the uncomfortable stuff, you're also running away from getting better, period. Growth, real, meaningful growth, it only ever starts the moment you decide to lean into that discomfort on purpose. Okay, so you've looked in the mirror, you've faced the hard truths. What's next? Well, now it's time to build. We're going to forge the mental armor you need to handle whatever comes next. This is where the real work begins. We're talking about building what's called a calloused mind. And the best way to think about it is, well, think about your hands. If you lift weights or do hard labor, what happens? You get calluses. They hurt at first, right? But then they get tough and they protect you. Your mind, it's the exact same deal. So how do you actually build this thing? It's not magic, it's practice. Step 1, do something every day that you don't want to do, something that sucks a little. Step 2, that thing you're scared of, go face it directly. And step 3, this one's huge. When you think you're absolutely done, that you can't possibly do one more rep, do one more. Just 1% more. That's where the magic is. And when you do this, something fundamental shifts. Pain stops being your enemy. It's not something to avoid anymore. No, it becomes your trainer. Every single hardship, every failure, that's just a rep in the gym for your mind. It's a workout designed to make you tougher. Okay, part 3. This is where it gets really powerful. You faced reality, you're building your calloused mind. Now it's time to learn how to weaponize pain, to take all that negativity and turn it into pure rocket fuel. Think about it. Every insult you've ever heard, every time someone rejected you, underestimated you, or told you you were going to fail, don't forget those things. No, you should collect them, write them down, because those aren't weaknesses. They are your fuel sources. Every single one is a log on the fire to prove them all wrong.
And listen, when people doubt you, your first instinct is to argue, right? To shout back? Don't. It's a waste of energy. Just shut up and work. Your result? That's your answer. Let your success be so loud that it completely drowns out their doubts. That's the only comeback you'll ever need.
And this is what it's all building towards. When you stop being afraid of what other people think, when you stop being afraid to fail, what's left to hold you back? Seriously, what is there? Absolutely nothing. When your fear dies, you basically become invincible. Which brings us to the final piece of the puzzle, being uncommon. See, it's one thing to be tough. It's another thing to be resilient. But there's a whole other level. It's about not just being good or even great, but being uncommon,
even among the elite.
And a difference in mindset is subtle, but it's massive. Most extraordinary people, they hit a goal and they think, okay, I've done enough, time to rest. The uncommon person, they hit that same goal and the very first thought in their head is, all right, what's next? The finish line for them is just the starting line for the next challenge.
See, at this level, the competition changes. You're not looking at the person in the lane next to you anymore. You don't care. The only competition that matters is the person you were yesterday. It becomes a daily personal war to be just a little bit better than you were 24 hours ago.
And this quote, it just sums up the entire work ethic. I don't stop when I'm tired. I stop when I'm done. Think about that. Most of the world operates on tired. The uncommon, they operate on done. It's as simple and as difficult as that.
So in the end, it all comes down to this. Life is going to keep hitting you. It's going to knock you down again and again and again. That's a guarantee. The only real question is, when you're on the mat, when you're completely spent, do you still have the guts to get back up just one more time?
Because when your answer to that question is always, always yes, well, you get to a place where nothing outside of you can touch you. You've conquered your own mind. You've made friends with your own pain. And you can finally look life square in the face and say, with total conviction, you can't hurt me.